Brewers hosting the Reds. The Reds are minus 105 on the money line. The Brewers are minus 115. Over under 9 runs. The Reds getting a run and a half on the run line are minus 190, meaning if you bet them that way and they win this game outright, you'd win. They lose by 1, you win. And the Brewers laying a run and a half on the run line are plus 158, meaning if you bet them that way, they have to win by 2. The over-under and the run line didn't change. The money line changed because last night the Reds opened up at plus 100. Now, Ashcraft pitched twice against the Brewers this year. 4 innings, 10 runs, 10 of which were earned, and they lost that game 10-8. That was in Cincinnati. He struck out 2. 6 innings, 1 run, 1 earned. They lost that game 1-0. He also struck out 2. Both of those games were in Cincinnati. The Reds are 4-6 as a team in his last 10 appearances. He's averaging 5 innings pitched and 3.3 strikeouts per game in those games. So if you can get him on the K line and it's something low or like 4 or 5, you may want to take the under in that one. For Ray, he pitched twice against the Reds this year. 5 innings, 3 runs, 3 earned. They won that game 10-8. That was against Ashcraft. That was in Cincinnati. He struck out 5. 4 2/3, 5 runs, 5 earned. They lost that game 8-5. He struck out 7. The Brewers are 7-3 as a team in his last 10 appearances. He's averaging 5 1/3 innings pitched and 4.5 strikeouts per game in those games. So I would avoid his K line because sometimes when pitchers are right there, the casino will find just enough of a way for you to lose that. Now, head-to-head, the road team's on a 3-game winning streak. The road team is 7-3. The Brewers are on a 4-game winning streak. The Brewers are 8-2 against the Reds in their last 10 meetings. The Brewers have just owned the Reds. The favorite is 6-4 on the money line. However, the underdog getting a run and a half on the run line is 7-3. There have been 4 one-run games in their last 10 meetings, including 3 out of the last 4. The Brewers shut out the Reds in 3 consecutive games and then beat them by 1 run in the last meeting. The under is hit in the last 4 games. The under is 7-3 in their last 10, and the under 9 is 6-3-1. Like I said, the last game they played, the Brewers beat the Reds 4-3, then they beat them 3-0, and then the 2 previous games to that, they beat them 1-0. The game before that, the Reds won 8-5. The game before that, the Brewers won 7-3. The game before that, the Reds won 2-0. And then the 3 previous games, it was 5-1, 10-8, and 5-4 in favor of the Brewers. The Reds are on a 5-game winning streak. They beat the Giants 3-2. They beat the Giants 5-1. Then they swept the D-backs 9-6, 4-2, and 7-3. For the Brewers, they are 2-2 in their last 4. They beat the Phillies 4-0, then lost to the Braves 6-4, then beat the Braves 4-3, and then lost to the Braves 4-2. Now, I understand that there's this road team stat that might be lingering for people, but the road team that was winning was the Brewers, and the Brewers own the Reds for whatever the reason is. However, they do play a lot of low-scoring one-run games, so this is a series where you can kind of hedge your bets and, wish for the best. So I'm going to take the Brewers with the money line. I'm going to take the Reds getting the runs, and I'm going to go under, and we'll see how this particular game plays out to see how the rest of the series is probably going to play out, because when they play each other, there tends to be patterns, over-unders, so on and so forth. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.